future you wants to be out there, wants to make an impact, and wants to cause change, right? Yeah. For the good. Whereas internally, maybe whatever beliefs or like where you come from just tells you to like, oh, like keep it low key, or like let's not put ourselves out there because I'm afraid of what people might think, or what if it doesn't go to how it's supposed to be. It's just one of those things that like, if you really tried and you failed, you can no longer ever use it as an excuse that you didn't go all in. You know what I mean? You're always working towards something, but actually you look down and you're not moving anywhere actually.
Potential is a comfort blanket.
If you want to create change and that change requires you to be out in the open, in front of everyone, do you think it's better to fail in private and then go public, or is it okay to fail in public and then succeed in public? Because the majority of advice is work hard in silence first and then break out.
I think the question's so different to what you're looking for. There's a little bit of an essence of like, you got to do the work, and now it's like, do I do the work in public or in front of people? It doesn't matter, you just got to do the work.
That's my question.
It doesn't matter. You just do the work. Like, you should do the work in public and behind the scenes. Overall arching thing is you do the work. That's one part. The second part is, okay, what about failure? You got to fail. And it doesn't matter if that's publicly or privately. You probably do it a lot more privately, because for someone to catch you doing it publicly, it's like in your control to share that. If you're now going to make bigger impacts, you've probably failed so many times privately that you've shared now publicly. So failure is part of it, but doing the hard work is part of it. It's never about like, oh, can I like, how much to do it privately or publicly. You just do the work and you fail. And you fail forward and you learn quick. You know what's so funny? You use the word audacity. So if you guys didn't hear that in the mic, he's saying how he feels like he needs to be at the end in order to actually do something, to have the audacity to, let's say, coach someone, tell someone what to do, to mentor, to like sell something.
Yeah.
That thing is what holds people back, that whole idea. And if you look at or study those who are successful, they have the audacity to not give up, and they do it. Because why? First of all, there's a stream, right? And that splits. There's people who just are awful and are scammy and full of BS and say there are a lot of these things and they're not. But then there's actually a stream where people have gotten somewhere, have made progress, have come from somewhere to then something. Sorry, ignore the knife. But like, genuinely, you want to be around those people. You want to be able to recognize that. And you can't deny the fact that there's scammy people, there's bulls, there's talkers, but then there's people who have come from somewhere. Yeah. And who didn't know something, but then know something. They don't have to remember or figure out everything. They don't have to be a 5 or 6 figure trader. They can just go from someone who was undisciplined with Notion to now crushing it with Notion, and it changes their everyday life. I would be so much more impressed with someone who does that. So that's honest. Have the audacity to then still go out there, regardless of your belief, to still go out there and put out the value that you want to. That's where I'd use the word audacity. That was my word for 2026, was to be audacious.
When I turn up, you get going. At every stop, baby, oh, it's showing. If I should stay, you find a reason to leave.
A part of me gets reminded that it's like, remember what success means to you. So like, if you're so micromanaging a trade or those feelings, just remember where you're trying to get success from. So it should definitely be showing up to the process, sticking to your plan. If that takes a little bit of declarations or affirmations to work with, just remind yourself that. Because at that point, if you feel the need to always check something, it's so much weight put into what is the outcome, what is happening. So then that leads into the second bit of advice, I guess. It's like, we as humans always have the need for certainty. So when you feel the need to be checking trades, what's going on, that voice in your head, Brian starts speaking, or you feel that pressure or weight, it's like, okay, use that as sort of a signal. There's a great book, it's called Mental Game of Trading. And it really talks about how emotions are not something you're trying to get rid of, because it's near impossible to do that. You actually cannot. But the point is to use your emotions, to use that weight, that pressure, those feelings and thoughts as a highlight as to something else. Good morning, good morning. Oh my days. I thought I would share this in this video. I was at the store with my mum and siblings. When I'm with my mum, she's very, oh, maybe they've got discount, or like if you're part of their membership, you get like 10% off. And I'm always like, oh no, like it doesn't matter, I can't be bothered to sign up. We're here at the store and I was buying something. I'm just there waiting because she's trying to like go through her like membership. And the guy at the till's like, you don't need discount. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you make a lot of money. And in my head, I'm already like, oh, he's probably seen me on like social media or something. But yeah, the guy's like, yeah, you're Hannah, you know, you make a lot of money, blah, blah, blah. So I just thought it was really interesting, right? And it's just the realities. I guess no matter how much money you make or whatever happens in life, you have to learn to ride the tide, I guess. Like, for example, if I'm with people I know can afford a meal, maybe we'll go eat where food is more expensive. Whereas if you know your friend isn't, it'll be quite silly to expect them to pay, or you know, you'd already know that you would pay for them, or you already know to not go there where they may feel pressured. I think it's a real thing as you elevate, as you grow, as you make money in trading. When people see traders or watch people make a lot of money, but then maybe they're taking the subway, or maybe they're commuting, or maybe they're on an Uber X or Uber Comfort instead of a Uber Lux or Uber Exec or whatever it may be. Or like, let's say someone who makes money, they're flying economy, and someone might be like, oh, see, that person's a fraud. But it's like, what if they're flying with their friends who can't afford premium class, business class, so they fly economy? Or what if they just want to fly economy just because they want to, you know? So many layers to it. I think at the end of the day, it's just, yeah, it's interesting to sort of navigate and think about and reflect on, and just makes me smile, I guess. 9, 10, 11. 3 hours of deep work in the cafe. Oh my days. Got a lot done, but I feel like my brain is fried. I'm dehydrated. I've had like 4 shots of coffee, and I'm seeing the sunlight again. I love what I do, and I do a lot, but man. Whenever it is a sunny day, it means get your car washed. You cannot be driving around with some dirty car. You know, standards when you have a car wash, you just, and your car feels clean, and you look at it, you know, and you like close your door, park, lock your car, you look back and you're like, yeah, you know, it feels good, and it's an energy giver, it's an energy booster. So wash your car if it's dirty. Guys, we got matcha. I'm trying to go into a matcha era because I think something's wrong with my hormones with this coffee situation. Be having like 6 shots of coffee. Look at that. Wow. Right. Teehee. So
Lonely, walking back home, drawing in the breath and feel the cold wind right to the...
nothing beats whether you have had a lack of sleep or you just need like a re-energizer, some coffee, good music, and a shower. Even better if you end on cold. Anyways, let's do a little bit of an unboxing because I'm gonna get back into reading, taking this whole being a student thing seriously, you know? In terms of the market, it's been very dead. Honestly, I think my trading's been slow the past week. Even though the markets have been moving a lot, just nothing really from my plan, or because market has been trending, just wasn't able to catch something that was moving so quick, if you know what I mean. So it's okay. This is where I'm getting tested on patience, and I've been in phases of the market where it's been really trending, it's been really corrective, it's in a pullback phase, and then you kind of could be panicking, but the main thing is performance, and I think taking care of your mental game is super important. And I think what trips up a lot of traders to either blow accounts or get frustrated is allowing themselves to get frustrated, or thinking so minute or like micro level, when you got to really step out and be like, this is just one phase, this is just 1 week or this is just one period of the time. There are still 9 months of the year. Try measure yourself off of a macro level or a bird's eye view, or even just on the little things. Otherwise, you're not going to do yourself a favor. You're going to end up slipping up. You're going to go into overwhelm or frustration very easily. You're going to lose your sort of equilibrium in trading. So protect it. Protect it. Do yourself a favor and focus on what you can control. Go touch some grass, get into some learning. So this is just what I got from Amazon. I'm going to read this book. I did kind of start reading it and like listening to it. This is the Almanac of Naval Ravikant. How to Get Rich Without Getting Lucky. A Guide to Wealth and Happiness. So I'll be reading this, but thank you for watching. That is pretty much this video. If you guys liked it, please give it a like. As always, if you're interested to join the Life Club family, there's a link below. I will help you and do everything I can to get you profitable in the next 180 days. I take that seriously. I take my job seriously, myself as a leader seriously. So if you are serious, please apply below. Can't wait to have your Life Club. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. God bless.